On a night where Canada wins gold at the World Junior Championships, Montreal loses their seventh in a row, and they are one step closer to getting that World Junior Champion MVP, Connor Bedard. We'll be breaking down this game on this edition of Habs Digest. Hello, bonjour, ahoy, and welcome to today's game reaction edition of Habs Digest. I'm your host, Josh Gosse, alongside my co-host, Jesse Poirier. Quick reminder, subscribe to the channel, comment, like the video. I remind you guys every video, but hey, it helps. You guys are doing well, and we really appreciate it. So, Jesse, I mean, we're still on the high of Team Canada winning the World Junior Championship on a great goal in overtime, assisted by Habs prospect Joshua Roy. We're going to try to avoid talking too much about that in this because this game is about the Habs and Rangers, which unfortunately really didn't go to plan, did it?
No, that's it. A little bit of a slow start where it seems like we're just happy to not really be scored on or be in the penalty box or anything else like that. So yeah, not too much in way of offense really on either side of the puck for a large part of that first period. Not quite hitting the net for either side. But yeah, that's it. It didn't get too much better in the second period, did it, Josh?
No, I mean, and I think you saying off to a bit of a slow start is the understatement of the century. Montreal didn't get their first shot until 3 minutes left in the first period when it was a great hustle play by Jake Evans to just fight for the puck, get hit, take a body, block a shot, and send it up the ice as Evgeny Dadonov puts a weak wrister right into Yaroslav Halak. But I digress. Montreal, the crowd went nuts when they got their first shot. I think it was like 5-3 shots after the first, something like that. And Jesse, this is on a night where Carolina had 67 shots in regulation. So Montreal could only muster 18 and only 3 in the first. But no, you're right. Second period didn't go much better. And boy, we had a bit of a mistake from our boy, Uri Slavkovsky, with a soft pass back to the point, intercepted by Chris Kreider, puts in a nice breakaway goal, shorthanded. And then again, like, Drouin just getting kind of unlucky. And guess what happens immediately after? I mean, the Rangers score again on just a point shot. Jesse, again, this is the second period tonight is really reminiscent of our past first periods. It's weird because we went on a stretch of good seconds, and now we're back to good first, bad second, where we give up 2 goals so quick. Why do you think Montreal is so prone to doing that recently? Like, I don't know. Is it the confidence of the players? We're getting so much more down on ourselves now than before, where we seem to be giving up goals in bunches.
That's true. It does come down to the confidence. We're a young group right now, facing a lot of injuries. So after that first goal that we saw from our old nemesis, Chris
What do you mean
Kreider
old?
coming
He's still
short.
my nemesis.
I know, right? It's just, since the days of Carey Price, it's just been just causing havoc
Ugh.
everywhere. So yeah, anyway, that shorthanded goal, again, that power play. And then, yeah, you see that right away we're getting away from our game plan, from our concepts, whatever you want to call it, our systems. We're getting away from that, just a completely different team, and then allowing those 2 goals in the 53 seconds. That's a large part of the game right there.
It is, and it's something that has happened to Jake Allen multiple times. Now, obviously, a breakaway goal. It's not Allen's fault. The second goal I think he should have had, though, just a point shot. It didn't really look screened, just one of those that handcuffs him right next to his helmet. And then not even that long after, Philip Hedl gets a goal, and it just felt like any energy Montreal had, it looked like it was going, and when Hedl shot that puck, deflected off a Montreal player, might have been Suzuki, and just was coming right at Allen and deflected top shelf, you felt Montreal just collapsed, and I really felt like we didn't get any energy back until the third, and it was too little too late, I think, because by the time we started to see some energy from Montreal, it was when Yoel Armia finally scored his first goal of the season off a little rebound that he tucked past Yaro Halak. And Jesse, as you said to me before, like after that, it looked like a different team for the last few minutes.
It did completely. And that's it. It just goes to show that, we're very young right now. And that's it. Yeah, it was just a complete inverse, right? They just kind of need that to get going. Armia hitting another post shortly thereafter. So, yeah, that's it. Another positive, though, is this, Kirby Dach is probably our best player at this point, in this game. By the way, great name, underrated name. I thought that he was just making, he was the most noticeable Habs player tonight.
Yeah.
We were working on like our controlled exits, a little bit more. I saw Suzuki, he was trying to make things happen. He was taking, passes in stride. and everything else, there were some points where we were still kind of getting hemmed into our zone a little bit, letting the Rangers dictate a little bit of the play more than we would like. But we're seeing some slow but steady improvements in this area of the game.
Yeah, slow and steady is a good way to put it. And actually, another improvement I wanted to point out is maybe not necessarily improvement, but even though we only had, one power play this game, I think, it looked okay. Or at least our power play this game looked better. Yes, I know we gave up a shorthanded goal, but that goal I don't think should affect how the power play looked, because it was just one bad turnover, bad play, and it led to a very good goal scorer getting a good goal scoring opportunity. The puck was moving. We were getting great chances down low on that power play. Jaro Halak was playing pretty well down there, but we were fighting for it, right? This power play had a bit more energy, and I feel like we were fighting a bit. And one thing I wanted to say, this game, the fourth line stood out to me. I mean, it was Pezzetta, Evans, and Armia for most of the game, basically. And I mean, Pezzetta, even though he might not have, he might be the least skilled forward on the roster, he might give the most heart. That guy is all over the place, taking the body, laying the body. Jake Evans blocking shots like crazy. One of my favorite players on the team. Just unsung hero, kind of. He just does everything, and he rarely makes mistakes. And Armia finally looking a little bit better tonight. And I feel like, Jesse, if there's anything we can say about this game, is that Armia increases trade value while Montreal slides maybe towards the first overall pick. I mean, I don't know. It's hard not to think about, even if not tanking, just it's hard not to think about how long this slide will last for. Do you think this could losing games in bunches will continue for the rest of the season, or do you think it will make a difference when some of our vets finally get back healthy?
I think it'll make a difference when some of our vets come back, because for myself, Josh, I see a direct correlation between our 7-game losing streak that we're at now with the injury of Sean Monahan.
Good point.
And a big reason I feel for that is we're always chasing the game, and we're chasing the game. We're chasing leads because we're losing faceoffs, where we've seen that Sean Monahan was our most proficient faceoff man. And just a lot of that experience that we needed on this team that's just missing right now. That's really just, a big reason of why we don't have our confidence. But as Marty St. Louis said, and it's a point that I totally agree with, whenever that happens to a team, you need to earn it back. You need to work, and you need to kind of fight to gain your confidence back by effort and strength of will.
Yeah, these guys, I think, are eventually going to come back at it. And Jesse, one thing I wanted to get your opinion on too. When Monahan comes back, we kind of discussed this, but I think we both want to see him with Slavkovsky, right? Because this Slavkovsky-Dvorak experiment is not going well.
No, it's good having Slav on the second line, but we've seen time and time again that he doesn't work very well with Christian Dvorak. They're just playing the game at different speeds, essentially. So I think that we should definitely see Sean Monahan centering a second line with Juraj Slavkovsky. I think that it should be clear to Habs management at this point that if they are to make a decision between Christian Dvorak or Sean Monahan, which center they should keep. We know that, Sean Monahan has an injury history. We know that he's out right now due to it. But I would much rather have Sean Monahan in my lineup any day over Christian Dvorak. No disrespect, but I'm really valuing what he's bringing to this team at this point in time.
I tend to agree with you. My only worry with Sean Monahan is we'd have to ink him to some kind of extension, and that extension comes with risk, whereas Dvorak's on an okay-ish contract, and at least plays the PK pretty well, so it's a weird trade-off. But right now, honestly, I'm just kind of sick of watching Dvorak play with Slavkovsky. That's
not doing anything.
No, he's not. Nah, there's no way I still have this, right? No, I don't. Hold on. No, I don't still have it. I used to have it.
Michael Rappaport.
Yeah, Michael Rappaport. I thought I still had it. I didn't. It was just, who was that? It was the picture of, Ili Tovin, and that's a bit of an old one. That's from an old video. Anyway, he's doing well with the Kraken. He scored in his, I think, first game for them. So, anyway. But back to the point. No, I can't wait to see Monahan get back. I can't wait to see our defense a little healthier. I mean, I don't want to see Weidman play any more NHL minutes. I'm so tired of watching Chris Weidman turn the puck over. But no, I think you're right. I'm excited to see where this team goes, because even with these losses, there are some things to be learned. And eventually, when we start bouncing back a bit, like, hey, things are looking up too, because Nick Suzuki just got voted to the All-Star team, right? He's Montreal's representative for the Atlantic Division. There's 3 more players that can still get voted into the All-Star game, so I'm going to be doing my part. I know you're going to be doing your part, but anyone who's made it to this point in the video, vote for Cole Caulfield when you get the chance to, because, or at least talk about it, get his name out there more than it already is, because... Jesse, like, does anyone really deserve one of those 3 spots more than the guy who's on pace to score almost 50 goals?
He's been on a torrid pace for the last 50 games. I think for sure, and like you said, Josh, feel free to leave in the comment section who you think from the Habs should be making the All-Star game. Is Kirby Dach ready yet? I think Cole Caulfield, though, I think he's a no-brainer. I think he will be making the All-Star game.
Yeah, lots of good players in the Atlantic Division for sure. It might be the single toughest division in hockey, but if the Habs in this rough season so far could manage to squeak out 2 All-Stars, well, the future is looking bright. But that'll do it for this game reaction edition of Habs Digest. If you enjoyed, leave a comment, leave a like, share the video with anyone you think might enjoy it. We love pumping out this daily content, and we'll have lots more stuff, as we said, coming up towards the trade deadline. I'm Josh Gosse for my co-host Jesse Poirier. We'll catch you in the next one.